guys, I got a joke. You ready? So, three men walk into a bar and order a drink. That's the joke.
That's the joke.
Naked blonde walks in the bar with a 2-foot salami under one arm and a poodle under the other.
Yeah.
Lays the
Actually,
poodle
no,
down on the
no,
bar.
no, no,
I really
no.
don't even
Actually,
know.
it's about 7
Bartender
foot.
says,
Actually, it's about 7 foot. But never mind.
Pause.
Pause.
bartender
It's the
says,
only thing that's 7 feet.
I suppose you won't be needing a drink.
I don't drink.
Naked blonde says, hey,
You
what?
guys realize we're live, right?
Yeah, we're live now.
I know.
What's up, fellas?
We're chilling out.
Okay, guys. So this is not the real episode. This is just like the 100th. We have 100 episodes of the Gauntlet, so we wanted to do some special event thing. So that's why we're here. It's been a great journey for the show. I mean, I really have to say that I started this show because I feel like when I was doing my YouTube channel, I did a lot of different things on my YouTube channel, but I feel like some people can go all the way by themselves, but I didn't feel like I was the type of person to do that. I felt like I needed to build a team around myself. So that's what I decided to do. And, it was just for fun. It wasn't like supposed to be anything serious. It was just, I obviously knew Dom.
Remember when it was fun? Now it's all serious.
Hang on, let him finish.
I'm about to finish my thing, and then we can go around. But, I knew JJ for years. I knew Dom for years. I knew Jay for years. At the time, I had just met. I did not know Tyler for the same amount of time that I knew y'all, but we were still building I was still building a really good relationship with Tyler, which is why I wanted Tyler to work with us. And yeah, I mean, all the different things that we've done, all the growth that we've had, the sports deal, the Super Bowls, the draft, everything. Like, it's all been amazing. And I'm really grateful for it, man, because this thing has really given me something to look forward to, something to work on, something to be a part of, something that I can say, this thing is mine. This thing belongs to me. This is my creation. So I'm really proud of everything. I'm proud of what all you guys have done, and I'm thankful for what you guys have done as well. Especially a guy like JJ. We all know that Tyler was a huge part of our success. And obviously, Everly's getting ready to have her first birthday party. So early happy birthday to her and everybody in the Ingram family. Hope you guys are
get well soon, Ingram family.
You better believe it.
Get well soon. You guys are. Tyler couldn't make it tonight because he's still dealing with some sickness.
His voice is toast.
Back to what I was saying about Tyler. Obviously, he had to invest time in being a father, and when we ended up losing him, it was a big hit for the show because he was a huge reason for why we were so successful. So at that point, we were just kind of like, what are we gonna do? Like, these are the type of things that happen with certain shows, and then you start to see like the band is going to break up at that point. Like, everyone just goes in a separate direction and does what they got to do.
I'll get it later.
Us having a guy like JJ who had a great relationship with all of us and was willing to step in and help. I really think that was amazing for our success. So it was kind of like we didn't skip a beat, and we just kept going and doing our thing. And 100 episodes in, here we go. Let's do 100 more. What do you say?
How about 1,000 more?
Which new horseman is JJ? Is he Chris Benoit? Is he Mongo? Is he Mr. Perfect? Because there's been many iterations of the four horsemen.
You can't say anybody. Yeah, you can't say Mr. Perfect because he ended up turning on the Horseman, so that rules that out.
And you can't say Benoit because he doesn't.
Rest in peace, Kurt Hennig.
Yes, he's probably McMichael. He's probably
McMichael.
Mongo was terrible.
Unless you want to give him Malenko.
He was
We got
not,
comments coming in.
he was
next
not
shift-
a good wrestler.
Next shift, that's Randy. He's a friend of the show. Everyone say what's up to Randy, and let's say
Randy,
what's up to my
thanks,
guy
man.
What up, Randy?
Thanks for tuning in, Randy.
Grizz. Huge
Oh,
supporter
baby.
of the show, bro. What's
And
going
if
on?
that
Can I be
Bacon Grizzler,
He's
thanks, man, for being a fan of the
He's
show,
here.
tuning in faithfully every week.
He's here for every episode,
You
man. That's
tuning in
one
every
of my
week,
guys.
Bacon Grizz. We appreciate the fuck
Yeah,
out of you. Since it's never going on Sideline's
Guy's
page,
amazing,
I can
man.
say fuck.
And he's funny as hell. I wish you guys knew him as well as I do.
The link is in the comments if he wants to come out.
Oh,
I'm
you know
wondering what
what?
this dude looks like. Tell him
Oh,
pop
you know
in.
what? I suddenly realized that we're not streaming on Sideline
Oh, shit, I
Sports,
think
so
we
I can say shit, fuck ass, damn.
You can say,
Look who it is, bro. It's
Yeah, well,
Jordan. What's up, Jordan?
What
oh my
up?
god!
Is he in?
How you feeling,
Why,
bro?
There
that's
he
your
is.
normal face, but why does it look like this man created his own American filter?
Not on my porch.
Well,
Yeah, Kurt
Seeing
Hennig
as-
croaked.
seeing as we're uncensored tonight,
You're-
I'd like to bring up.
Why does he look
Hang
like
on.
Bray Wyatt?
Hold on,
Hold on.
guys. Jay's trying to say something. Jay, go ahead.
Since we are uncensored tonight, I would like to bring up a classic moment in Gauntlet history. This is pre-Sideline Sports. This is back when we were like, Monday Night
before
Raw,
Sideline
Def
Sports,
Comedy
bro.
Jam type. Yeah, okay. And this is the Dom DeRubis Bear Dicks episode.
Oh shit!
Did you
So-
say Bear
How's
Dicks
this not
episode?
turning into a clip show?
Did you just say Bear Dicks episode?
Yes.
Okay.
You
So
must not be familiar.
Singular.
no,
Dom.
he wasn't. We were talking. I forget what the topic was even about. And Dom just had this he has these spurts where he just says random stuff.
It was
And he was
completely
like-
random.
He was like, "Bear dicks are really small," and all
We
of us were
have
like,
been talking about dicks.
like he said that, and my soul left my body and hit the wall.
Because we were laughing so hard.
And I came back and I was like,
I-
"What did he just say?"
that I watch.
Hold up, bro, because I remember that. I don't remember what we were talking about
Disproportionately
either,
small
but
dicks. I didn't
my
just say
whole
it.
reaction
I
to
mean,
that
I did
was
say
like-
it to say it.
I just kind of paused.
Bears have small
I
dicks
paused for
in
a moment
relation to
because-
their body size.
I know, but that
Including the fans.
that's not something that a normal person says. So I had to sit back and I was just like, did those words actually just leave his mouth? And then you were saying stuff about a document. Well, there was a
Man,
documentary.
I'm too old to change. I got to be me.
What documentary are you watching? It must be
It wasn't a documentary. I heard it on another podcast. The dude was talking about watching a documentary about bears, and apparently they pointed out the
that's right, you
fact
said it was
about
on
their
a podcast.
disproportionately small
Disproportionate.
penises, peni.
Just say dick.
And then,
I actually don't
And
think
you know
that's
what?
the greatest. I actually
And-
don't think that's the greatest moment in Dom's history, though, because the greatest
not at
moment in
all.
Dom's history was
Top five.
when he said one of the most gay comments that
man,
I've heard of. And
Kevin Love.
let's break this down. We're randomly talking about something, and then he said that I have a huge man boner for Kevin Love. Now, hold on. Let's break this down because how can you say that you have a man boner for somebody? What even is that? Because
It's not gay.
a female cannot get a boner, bro.
See, no. You gotta be no. You gotta be careful now.
Gender that
because
can
you
do
gotta be
that.
careful because Twitter's gonna slam on you.
What you mean?
As a
Slam on you
boner
for saying-
caused by a man. I
He
have a
didn't say
man boner
balls
for
or
Kevin
nothing.
Love.
He was.
I clearly have a man boner for Spencer Dinwiddie, Jimmy Butler,
inclusive
Cunningham.
to the
I have a whole list of
community,
man boners.
talking about
And I'm
transgenders, they have a
not
dick,
ashamed
too.
to say it.
Hey,
What about in the
I love
NFL?
sports.
hey, the QWERTY keyboard on my
I'm in
phone
St.
saying that.
Brown, Penny Swole, Nick Chubb.
Not on the line.
That was one of my first
Hey, do you have a chub for
Nick
chub?
Chubb. That was one of my
Yes,
first
he does.
For chub?
names was Nick Half Chubb. I love Nick Chubb. I'm
Here's a Chubb
afraid
for
to
Chubb.
say it. Half Chubb.
That one and in that same
You got
episode,
where he gets drafted.
who was it that you said was a cunt hair ahead of Derrick Henry on the same episode?
I don't remember, but it was
It was-
running back.
It was
Baker.
Chubb. It was Nick Chubb. I think it was Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
chubby
you just call him
Yep.
half chub?
Yeah, but
He
chubby for chub.
Yeah. He's the best running back in the NFL by a cunt hair. I mean, he's leaps and bounds ahead of Derrick Henry now because Tennessee's just stuck with him. They tried to trade him, and no one answered the phone.
Is it one
It's not
cunt hair
leaps
or a
and
bunch
bounds,
of them?
bro. Stop it.
Is it one cunt hair or
Just
a bunch
one.
of them? Okay, so it's not
Just
the
one.
70s.
You're also
So it's not the 70s
disrespecting
then.
Jonathan Taylor, who's also.
How long is that hair though? Is it like a bristle, or does she have like a
It's
bush?
no,
No,
it's
no,
the
this ain't
length
the
that matters.
70s,
It's the
Denzel.
width.
This isn't the 70s, Denzel.
It's
They
the
changed.
width. It's the width, not the length.
Hey, you still got some Tarzan James out there, Jacob.
true.
It's not the size of the
That's
boat; it's
true.
the motion of the ocean.
You know, for the next 100
No.
episodes, I'd like to see more of Dr. James Love come out because, like, these topics that we had in like the past couple of weeks, and
Shit got real serious.
James got that was the realest I'd ever seen him because he was like speaking with emphasis.
It
I'm
was
like,
my
dude,
honest opinion, bro. Like, I feel like if the sex is not good in the
Like
relationship,
this, you can hear
I
it.
think personally, that's the biggest reason that people start cheating, which is why the relationship completely falls to shit. Because if you have a partner that's good and can satisfy you, then why are you going to look at other options? Like if I have a car, if I buy a car that I really like, and then it starts being shitty and breaking down all the time, I'm just going to be like, look, I'm going to go check out some of these.
How
other
you feeling,
cars.
Tyler?
You
How
see
you
what I'm
feeling?
saying? So that's all I was trying to say.
yeah,
It's all good, Tyler. We still love you, buddy. I hope you're feeling better.
yeah, man, most definitely. That, but yeah, but
Dom,
no.
Hold up.
agree.
This is a good way.
Dom, something's keeping you busy.
We can bring back this conversation later, but before it leaves my train of thought, since Tyler's here, let's have a recap of when the most famous quote of all time. Or
Are you
one of the
serious?
most famous quotes in the history for the Gauntlet, which was this.
Please
Are you
do-
guys kidding me? Are you guys kidding me?
Bro, this moment has to be like in the
I
top
can't
five.
remember. I can never remember.
So let me
what
tell a
that was
story.
in
Let me
reference
tell a
to.
story. Because everyone
I don't
that
remember
watches
who
our
said
show
it.
sees this clip every single week, and whoever didn't see that episode has no idea why we continue to play that. And here's the reason: because it's one of the most hilarious moments of the history. But there was a debate that we were having, and it was quarterback carousel, and it was like, okay, so Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers are like two of the top candidates to be traded. That's what all the rumors were saying last year. So people were like, all right, would I rather have Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers? And there's this guy in the comment section who completely vanished from the face of the earth. He did like the Avatar, The Last Airbender. When the world needed him the most, he vanished. I literally haven't even heard from this guy since this episode. But he was saying that Russell Wilson is better than Aaron Rodgers, and he would be a better choice.
Oh, this is your boy.
And then
What was it? Harlem
Tyler
Cowboy.
he just came unhinged, bro, and that's not really like him. Because when Tyler was working with us, he was kind of like the peacemaker. He was always like really calm and like even killed. He didn't get too crazy like the rest of us. Like me and Dom and JJ were crazy. We can't control ourselves. But this was not like him, and he was just like, guys, are you fucking kidding me? Like Russell Wilson instead of Aaron Rodgers. You must be out of your
Now
mind.
they both suck.
And then he takes the hand and he goes, come on, guys, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
He wasn't going to entertain it.
I can say this: Russell Wilson would be better with a better coach. That's all I can say.
Will he be as good as Aaron Rodgers, though?
No,
Hell.
no.
I mean, they're
And to back that up, the next day,
I'll still take Jimmy G Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs over Russell Wilson and his bloated contract.
That's not
I think
bad
Denver
take.
finishes last again.
But,
Oh,
but
no,
I
Jared,
actually,
he ain't going to.
25
He's not
mil a
going
year.
to because they'll make
Not
him
actually that
effective.
much
He's just
compared
not.
to the market.
He's just not a star anymore. He'll make him effective though.
I actually made a
somebody's here.
Facebook post corroborating
Somebody's
like
here,
that
guys.
episode, and
Oh, disappointment. It's just Joseph.
it's Joseph. But yeah, but I made a Facebook post. I was like, who would y'all take, Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers? And the post was literally split. And I tagged Tyler. I was like, bro, you see this? And he was like, people definitely ain't watching football.
I'll take Jared Goff because he had more wins than both of them, and he costs a lot less. And no one would disagree at this point.
Right.
Well, let's see.
He's got
This-
a better coach
yeah.
too.
Yeah, it helps. You got a better coach and a better offensive coordinator
Yeah.
It does.
And a better O-line.
I guess the
and better
jury's
receivers.
out for
I was
Russell
gonna
Wilson
say
to have a
better
bounce back year.
Better everything other than defense. But don't worry, we're going to fix that.
Why does Jordo look like Bray Wyatt? You know,
I noticed that too because he's dark. He looks like Bray Wyatt coming out just before he goes into the theme.
Follow the buzzer.
He's all in the dark too. Where's your lantern, bro?
I don't got one.
You got a twisted tea in your hand or something?
In the cup.
No.
Oh, yeah, I knew it.
No. He's
I
got a
got one in
white
the
claw.
Twisted tea.
No, he's
Doesn't
got
that
a
usually
white
get
claw.
wrapped up against some guy's head that's being rude?
No, he's got a white claw.
I want to go on record and say that I was an avid Twisted Tea drinker for about 15 years before that WeGrow got clocked.
Oh.
My man's like lining up. He had it in his hand. And he was like, well, all right, let me make sure I get a good grip. Wham! And I was like, oh my God, that's the best thing I've ever seen. Period.
But-
in life.
But that made you stop drinking twisted teas?
No, that was like, oh man, Twisted Tea's about to get paid off this.
All right, guys.
People been-
JJ, you've been pretty quiet, bro. Do you have anything you want to say?
Well, I can't get a word out with you guys all talking.
Sorry
It's like-
about it, bud. Sorry.
Let
Quiet.
JJ say something, guys.
No, I'm just
Share with us your favorite Gauntlet memory.
I don't even. I wasn't even. Never mind. I don't really have one. I just appreciate the moment. That's all. I'm sorry. For me, I'm just like I haven't really had a chance to talk because everybody's been like kind of over talking and stuff, and it's just like, all right, I'm gonna just sit back and be quiet. So I haven't really thought about anything. But I haven't really thought about anything because I didn't think I was going to have a chance to speak. So I just sat here. I was just like, cool. Let me just watch everybody else talk about their memories. So I don't really have it.
No.
So you finally got a chance
don't have
to
a
speak.
single
Now
one,
you got
bro?
nothing.
So I mean, it's one of those things where I'm just trying to enjoy the moment because
I can tell
I had
you
something.
my favorite Gauntlet
No, I had
memory.
something I wanted to say earlier, but then you got cut me off. Then left me moment. Then I was just like, oh, okay. Well, let me just sit
Where
back
is
and
your
be quiet.
wonton soup cup with a drink
Say
in
that
it? That's my favorite JJ Gauntlet memory.
That wasn't a gauntlet though. That was the actual sip off.
Oh, the sip off?
Yeah.
I
didn't
Sure,
know that.
because there was an
Wait, never
episode-
have a drink in a wonton soup cup on the
No,
Gauntlet? I
because
don't believe
don't
you.
y'all remember there was an episode that Eric said something to JJ because he was like he was drinking like a 7-Eleven, like a soda or something, and then Eric was in the comment section. And he was like, "JJ, this ain't the sip off, bro. What you doing?"
Damn.
Even though they told us, like, at that meeting, like, they're like, you can't drink on the show. And I'm like, okay, I got you, Eric. You can't smoke on the show. Okay, got you, Eric. Back then, I was still smoking cigarettes. I'd turn the
JJ,
camera off.
Tyler wants
Like, I'd have
to know how you feel about OBJ signing.
I mean, we'll see. I appreciate the incentives, appreciate the question. So we'll see. He's either going to throw, he's either going to be good, he's going to be bad, but I just hope it's a step in the right direction.
It's not. I refuse to believe that that's a $15 million base contract. Because what I read said it was like 5 or 6, and it's heavily incentive laden. But
No,
I saw James. He put the whole breakdown in the chat, and it's like an extra $1 million here or there for like pretty much everything.
Catches, yards, and touchdowns.
what it is a lot of it's signing bonus, but the cap hit is like 5 to 6 million. It's a total of 15 million, and a chance with incentives for him to make up to 18 million.
Yeah. The like any agent will tell you, like, it's not about the actual contract money, but the upfront money. Because the guaranteed they can't take back. But anytime they can restructure your deal, they can cut you, So yeah, it's about like the upfront money.
The signing
if he
bonus.
gets 1,000 yards,
Mm-hmm.
that would be the first 1,000-yard receiver outside of Mark Andrews in the Lamar Jackson era.
Oh,
And
as I say,
Hollywood, he
Wrong.
had 1,000 yards.
Wrong.
But Lamar missed a bunch of those games, so he didn't throw
Wrong.
1,000 yards. To
Hey,
Hollywood Brown.
JJ, you still think you'll get Lamar?
Yeah.
He's coming
Hollywood
back.
Brown. had 1,000.
Hollywood Brown's rookie year had 1,000
And
yards.
honestly, I hope they
Didn't he?
repair that relationship.
I don't think
Wasn't it
there's
his
anything
rookie
wrong
year?
with the. I think that's the misconception. There's nothing wrong with the relationship. That's just nothing wrong with it. There's never been any indication that there's anything wrong. Like,
I mean, it's just they're kind of at a stalemate right now because they're worlds
but
apart on the
it's what
contract
happens.
deal.
But it's what happens when you deal in negotiations. With
But
the
if he
same-
goes and balls out and stays healthy, he'll
It ain't
get
even-
most of
not
that
even-
money. Wouldn't you think? I mean, am I wrong? He's not going to get 250 guaranteed because the Ravens are not about that life. No one's about that life.
Right. That's exactly why there hasn't been a single trade offer pre-draft for him.
Because no one wants to give up 2 first-round picks and then have to give him 250 guaranteed.
Because the Cleveland Browns front office and the Arizona Cardinals front office are mentally challenged.
Right. The Ravens had to remind Lamar Jackson, like, hey, we're not Cleveland. We're not Arizona.
Arizona's about to lose Buddha.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
he just
think
requested the trade.
I think he needs to understand that the long-term commitment, just because you don't get the guarantee money, right? That's a commitment to show that they believe in you. And if you continue to stay healthy, continue to get better, you have a chance to make more money down the line. I don't think he's really getting that right now. And I think that's the part where I feel like if you got that, this whole
I
thing
think he
would have
gets
been
it
fine.
100%. He
And-
gets it. That's why he wants that guaranteed money up front because he knows.
No, I
As a
know.
whole quarterback with an injury
then
history.
Dom, you missed the whole point then, because that's not what I was saying. I was sitting there and saying,
Go ahead.
never mind.
Go
Okay.
ahead. We've had this conversation for
No,
hours
it's
and
cool.
hours
It's
and
cool.
hours
It is cool.
for
It's cool.
years and years
It's
and
cool.
years.
It's cool. I got you.
We're never going to agree about Lamar Jackson. It's
We won't.
okay.
We won't. It's
Still-
cool.
You're still my homie. It's just that's your
Best
quarterback.
running back that can throw the ball in the league.
I'm still saying his best
I
years are behind
forgot
him.
that running back that did that. Was that Derrick Henry?
I don't blame you, Tyler. I have none either.
Jeremy, Don, and Jacob, I have no questions for your teams.
Hey, I have none either.
It's going to be a tight race in the north.
Actually-
Vegas is with you. Lions 9.5.
Actually, I do
Vikings,
have a question
8.5,
about
which
the
I'm not
Lions.
buying, and then Bears and Green Bay 7.5. I think
And
it's
much-
9.5, 7.5,
Yep.
7.5, 7.5. And guess what? Chances are Dalvin Cook will not be a Viking come week 1.
There's already rumors of a trade in the works.
Ouch.
They might just cut him.
No, there's rumors that a team's looking to trade their former
They
first
have,
round running
They
back.
have Madison or whatever. He's pretty good.
That Madison's real good, actually.
Mhm.
He is.
They
He's a
don't.
Dalvin
former
Cook's
Chief.
got
But,
I think.
and
Here's my
healthy.
question about the Lions, guys. Now that Okuda's been traded, that does leave a hole in the
Who?
top 3 corners. Jeff Okuda from the Lions got traded to the Falcons, correct?
Who?
We got a 5th
Yes.
round pick. So now, much to the chagrin of Dom, we might end up taking a first round cornerback. And at 18, if it was me, I like Cam Smith.
I'm cool with the corner at 18, not 6.
I didn't say 6. Did I say 6?
Oh,
You didn't.
You did say 18.
Okay. And, then I got the nickname for the secondary.
I would
You
rather
got
have the
Cam
dollars,
Sutton
bro.
on one side, Cam Smith on the other side. Detroit
got so
Lions
much
runs the
pride.
dual overhead Cam secondary.
Hey, guys, I'm just going to say one thing quickly. JJ, this has been your life. I've been a replacement. I appreciate it. This is show 13 for me. I appreciate it. But you can't get a word in edgewise, especially with me around. So I'm going to get off early. I want you to have the time.
No, I appreciate it, man. It's cool. It's cool.
No, I'm gonna get off. There's so many.
Anyone that wants to speak, just tell the rest of us shut the fuck up and let me talk.
No. I'll get off.
No, Jacob. It's all good. I've wrapped myself in just being cool, just listening to everybody talk for the rest of the show. I have wrapped myself in just and ready to enjoy that. So it's cool. It is. I appreciate you, but it's all good. This is the.
I think a lot of you, bud. I just want you to make sure. I want you to know that you started here before me. You know.
No, I appreciate you, man, but it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I'm interested to see what the new offensive coordinator draws up because they have been such a run-heavy team. That's why the running backs and Lamar has gotten hurt over the past couple seasons.
Well, it can't be any worse than Roman's Tecmo Bowl four plays and make it look good on ESPN.
Yeah, and it's same with Matt Nagy in Chicago.
Matt Nagy wished he had 4 plays.
Tyler says he wants y'all to sign Kevin King.
No. No.
No?
That was rude as fuck.
JJ's boy right there, bro.
I'm shocked the Steelers didn't sign him.
Yeah, after losing Cam Sutton to us. I think that's a good spot for Kevin King.
Well,
I mean, Pittsburgh's pass rush is good enough. You can get by with lesser corners.
Yeah, and you still got Minka, so I mean,
not necessarily. Not necessarily, because they lose to teams that actually can get past their pass rush, like a Patrick Mahomes or a Joe Burrow.
Yeah, like our ferocious pass rush, and we can't stop Carolina from rushing for fucking 300 yards.
And that's why we need a linebacker this draft and a defensive tackle.
And a DT.
Jalen Carter, if he doesn't go to Seattle.
No, he's not going to Seattle. That'll be Will Anderson because 4 quarterbacks are going off the board first.
By the way, Denzel and I had a show on Monday that we did a new format, like for the pundit views. Remember Denzel? We did it. We called it the Cap Heaven or Cap Hell. We were okay. I told them for Houston, pretend that you're a GM for that time, and we put a list of 53 from the 53 of the roster last year, and then this year, who would you keep, draft, trade, everything, and we went through Spot Track, and see what the thing is. Kind of a nice little hour worth, It's just you just gotta see who could really be a GM for real, or it kind of a Cliff Notes version.
Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't.
Red Holmes, me or Jeremy would be the best GM that the Lions have had in my life, or Jeremy's life, because he's older than me.
If I do that format again, I'll get you on, Dom.
Fire, the man.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Hey, Jeremy,
do you think Dom would like it? Do you think Dom would like it? What we did?
Okay, I think so. But Jeremy, I talked to Dom about this, and I didn't get a chance to didn't really get a chance to ask you. What were your thoughts on Chad Hutchinson this past season?
Aiden Hutchinson?
Aiden Hutchinson, my bad, not Chad.
Aiden Hutchinson. He did my minimum expectations that I thought sack-wise, because Dom said, I said anything close to 10. So if it was 8.5 to 9.5, I'd be good with. Because Chase Young, when he came out, who was said to be a better talent than what Aiden Hutchinson was, got 7.5 his first season and damn near won defensive rookie of the year, didn't he?
I think he actually
Hutchinson made a believer out of me because I'm always skeptical.
But when you throw in the 3 interceptions and the 2 guys that you have that's done that their rookie year in NFL history is Richard Dent and Lawrence Taylor,
right.
I think that's pretty good company.
That's real good company.
James
And also
did it on less than 100 snaps.
Yep. And not to mention, he's only like 260. He's an undersized defensive end.
Yes.
Yeah, and once they started using him more at outside linebacker, that's when everything opened up. He had that one good game against the bad O-line with Washington, and then he kind of disappeared for a while. He was getting pressures, but no sacks.
Yep.
Hutchinson made a believer out of me because I was skeptical when we drafted him. But
hey,
came out
Aiden
like
definitely would. Chad Hutchinson, not so much.
Yeah, Chad Hutchinson.
Yeah, not so much, Chad.
Wait,
yes, Dom, you owe Hutch an apology.
he didn't hate the pick as much as everybody thinks.
who we drafted one pick after him, he made the Hall of Fame, and we got his roommate. Like, oh, he's an O-lineman from the same team. We'll just draft him.
Are you basically saying we got his athletic supporter morally?
This just in. Jeff Backus got called for holding.
Jordan, what do you think the Kenny Pickett is going to do this season?
I don't know, man. This offensive coordinator scares me.
Yeah, no. Let's put it this way: Matt Canada sucks. So it just doesn't matter.
I'll be happy if he throws for 3,200 and 22 touchdowns.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It just doesn't matter.
You guys did sign two of the better
He throws
guards.
for 22, and he rushes for 8 more.
And I think we're going to be really run heavy
Not all
because
about
that's how we were to finish the
That's
last year.
Yeah, Mason. You can have Mason Rudolph be the same way. You can have Mitch be the same way. It's Matt Canada that sucks.
Are the Bengals still going to be the favorite?
Canada.
The king of curls.
South Park
Matt
told
Canada,
me
the
blame
king of
Canada.
curls.
Until
You guys think the Bengals are still going to be the favorites of the AFC North?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think Joe Burrow is going Tom Brady and taking less money. He'll still get a bunch of money.
But
it'll be less guaranteed, and it'll be cap friendly.
But
It'll
I
be
will
backloaded, and every time it gets up there, he's going to restructure to stay.
But I will say
JJ.
this: when both teams are healthy, the Ravens have beat the Bengals because that was the Sunday night game earlier this season. They beat the Bengals. Every other game that they've won, the Ravens have been undermanned. So at the end of the day, and they almost beat them if it wasn't for one fatal mistake in the playoff game. The Ravens, yes, the Bengals have Joe Burrow. They're going to be a problem the whole time. But the Ravens have a reason to feel like they can just come in and win this thing because, again, the Bengals have had to track the Ravens down both seasons to win the AFC North. It's not as if that the Ravens had to track them. The Baltimore Ravens were ahead, and then injuries happened, and then they had to catch
2
them.
years ago when the Ravens, at the end of the year, you had like more of your starters than not on IR?
Yeah.
Like 10, 11 guys.
Yes.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was 2 years ago.
For sure.
Yeah.
They had the
Gus
starting
got hurt.
tackle, both starting
Dobbins
guards.
got hurt. Lamar got
Dobbins.
hurt at the end of the year. Bateman got hurt.
Dobbins and Edwards got hurt before the season began.
I think Dobbins is really underrated.
That was
He doesn't
last
get
year.
all the-
Dobbins really isn't underrated. He went
Dobbins,
I think he really
where
is,
he did
though.
because he is good.
Dobbins is the definition. If you need to leave people when it comes to injuries alone, because again, when this guy went to the Giants field and he said he didn't feel good because he couldn't cut the way he did, he took another surgery to get cleaned up in the tissue.
That
when he
Giants
comes
Jets
back,
field.
Then he came back looking
You're talking
crazy.
about that field of
right?
knees in East Rutherford,
Let
New Jersey?
JJ talk, all right?
Okay.
Get down.
Go ahead,
JJ,
Jordan.
what were you saying?
Yeah.
I was saying when he got back, he was phenomenal. He had that burst. He took it to Pittsburgh. He was taking it to Cincinnati.
Ooh.
I agree with this. He didn't get no touches in the red zone. If he had got touches in the red zone, we'd have beat Cincinnati because nobody was stopping him.
Yeah.
Nobody was stopping him.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
Gus.
what he said after the game was that they didn't give him the ball.
Mhm. I knew he was a
Gus
stud.
should be a red zone guy, though.
I knew he was a stud at Ohio State. I told JJ when they picked him up, I was like, man, that was a damn good pick. Like, I don't know if y'all remember or watched the Fiesta Bowl a couple years back versus Clemson. Dobbins is a home run hitter. And I mean, like, that was the one guy on Ohio State that Clemson couldn't stop, you know?
And the Ravens never make bad draft picks. Ever.
No.
Like,
The Ravens are an extreme.
Matt
Cal
Elam.
Roller is the last one.
Matt Elam.
Whoa, buddy.
Almost never.
That's because Ozzie Newsome is actually one of the best GMs.
Well, the Steelers are the best run organization in the NFL. 2 and 2A it's Baltimore and New England.
Baltimore misses draft picks. They miss draft picks. They just always have had staples that have covered up for those draft picks. Because Arthur Brown, Sergio Kendall, Matt Elam, Kyle Bowler, Courtney Upshaw, Terrence Cody,
Chris
all these
Redmond.
guys
Okay.
are not.
Chris Redmond.
Yeah, we
You're
could
a little
go
more
through-
aware
right,
of your
then
bad
we could
draft
go
pick.
through the line of wide
Now let's
receivers.
compare your bad draft picks to my team's bad draft picks.
Rashad Perriman.
You guys write the book on bad draft picks.
So
No, not a book. Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yes, pretty much.
To be fair, no team can be perfect.
Starts
at
with
the draft.
Andre Ware.
No team can be perfect at the draft.
Mm.
You know, sometimes you're going to miss the picks. Sometimes you're
I
gonna
mean,
make
Bill
them.
Belichick doesn't know how to draft wide receivers.
I mean, look at the Eagles. Back-to-back years. 2020, Jalen Reagor. 2021, Devontae Smith.
you were calling
Big
for your
difference.
team.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, you were so mad. You were so mad at Howie Roseman for like 8 months.
Oh, yeah, I hated him.
The whole city of Philadelphia was, bro.
I still really wonder, though, like, what if we had Jalen Hurts
Is
with
Jalen
Justin
Reagor collecting an NFL paycheck this upcoming season? Like, is he
I'd
is he
hope not.
rostered?
He's still with the Vikings.
Are you
Who's that?
trying to make us jealous? Dom,
Oh,
that
that's
you
why
have
they're
somebody
talking.
there. That you have somebody there and we don't.
No, I'm. Yes.
Dom, do you have Mia Jovovich in your house?
Jovanovic.
Me.
Jovanovic, yeah.
I mean, you guys are
Maybe.
Lions fans, and, you know, you got Tyler in the comment section. Listen, and you got Jacob, the NFC North whole representative. The point is, no matter what direction that any of your team's going in, if any you guys have like a shitty season this year, the good news is you don't have Jalen Reagor in your team. That is the Purple Freaks.
I can
Okay,
tell
the
you
Purple-
this, Tatum. I can tell you this. When it comes to Howie Roseman, you definitely had a short temper.
I did, but he did what he was supposed to do, and I don't have anything to
But
say
at
now.
least he
So
redeemed himself. And
So
you
did
I
any-
mean,
you
no, I
won
give
the
him
Super Bowl.
I give him credit what he did last season.
You
He
won
did
a Super Bowl and you went to another one. What's that like?
I don't know, but we trying to get
I'm
back.
asking because I don't know.
We don't like to
I'm
lose.
Exactly.
42 years old. The last time we won a playoff game, I was 11.
91.
11.
I was
19.
21.
I was 13.
11. 42.
I
Yeah,
was
but we want
22.
more
God, we
rings,
put on the
bro. We don't
banner.
want to just be a team that wins one ring. We want to win it again.
Did you guys see that the Tampa Bay Rays hung a banner for a wild card appearance?
I saw
Yeah,
that.
they did.
That's funny.
They sure
That's
did.
funny as hell.
Be proud of what you've got, Dom. Be proud of what you got.
Here's a good one for you. Did you see the rankings of the GMs from last season and what they said overall?
No.
What do you say?
What was the list?
There was 8 of them that they didn't do because they were either first year or second year guys, and their teams was in such bad rebuilding state they couldn't make a grade for them. But number 1 was Howie Roseman. Number 2, Kansas City. Number 3,
Who's
They-
Jacksonville's GM? Because that guy is the man.
number 3 was
Either
the
that or
Jets.
Trevor Lawrence.
Number 3 was
The Jets. 4 was
Joe Douglas.
49ers. 5 was Miami because of the way they've been rebuilding. I don't know why, but they put them there.
I don't know what a
Tell
Jets
to,
are.
But 6 was Brad
Who
Holmes.
dies on the field. And then it's Mike White.
And then they just kept
Tom Brady.
they stopped
He's
really
fine.
talking
like-
after that
I feel
because I was
like-
listening to
I
it.
feel like 1 and 2 need to be Kansas City and San Fran. Just off the fact of the matter is that San Francisco hasn't had a great quarterback and has been somehow always in
Since
the
Steve
thick
Young.
of it at the end. I think they are.
I agree.
offensive
I'm
line.
just saying what they said. It was the sports writers that voted, so you know how that goes.
Exactly.
Oh,
Popularity
man.
contest.
Steve Young has been O-line and D-line. You have a good O-line and a good D-line.
I
Doesn't matter who
think-
your quarterback is.
I think that it's hard to bet against Howie Roseman if you look at what he's done.
When it comes to GMs, there's everybody.
Look
then
at what
there's
he's
Trent
done.
Baalke.
let's just take a look at what some of the things he's done. He's been to 2 Super Bowls in the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
He had Carson Wentz. He traded Carson Wentz for a first-round pick. He flipped a Carson Wentz first-round pick, traded it for A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown, great player, drafted Jalen Hurts in the second round. The majority of GMs, if they had another chance, would take Jalen Hurts in the first round after what he did last season. So as much as he's had like bad moments, he really has rebuilt the team and made them really good again. And
Well,
not to mention, he won a Super Bowl with a quarterback that's not even starting in the league anymore. It's not even second string. Foles is like a third stringer now, and he won a Super Bowl with them.
All right, Joe,
If
I'm out.
Carson Wentz stays healthy that
All right,
year,
see you,
does he
boy.
win that Super Bowl?
Well, I just think Howie he deserves credit. He deserves the respect. So I think that he has to be at least in the top 3.
And speaking of AJ Brown and GMs, when he faced his old team last year, he did so cold he got his old GM fired.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I mean, I just would like to have been a fly on the wall when he actually came up with the idea of we gonna trade AJ Brown.
Well,
I didn't think I knew AJ Brown was underrated. I didn't know that he was that good.
He's top 5. But back to what I was saying, that's not the only reason that he got fired. It was just really ironic that the timing of it happened when AJ Brown had just went off against the Titans. So it was actually pretty funny.
And Dom, the reason why you didn't know that AJ Brown, he's back.
Oh, what's up, bro?
And Dom, the reason why you didn't know that AJ Brown was so good was because Tannehill was his quarterback.
And he's not back anymore.
Ah, well, he'll be back.
Well, I guess he got stage fright. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
He's back.
No, he's there.
Buddy.
Yes, I'm there.
Oh, buddy, your sound is a little bit staticky there.
I would like to have 3 tacos.
Staticky.
I like 3 taco meal with.
Let me get
The old days of Taco Bell.
For the love of fucking Christ. Can I
I'm
just get
I'm
one
retired from Taco Bell, dude.
before I die?
Okay.
Taquito.
I'm officially retired from Taco Bell. I'm not eating there. As much as I love Taco Bell, I have to make the sacrifice, bro. I mean,
You'll be back. You'll be back.
No,
Come
dude,
back to the dark
I'm telling
side,
you
James.
That shit cleaned me out. That shit cleaned me out to the point that I
Hey,
actually
a little spring cleaning. Hey, Apu, you got those scripts to give me diarrhea? Looking to do a little
I didn't take a
spring
shit.
cleaning.
I didn't take it.
Wow.
I did not take a shit after that for an entire week. I'm not even kidding.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
how much it was, bro.
That was a blessing in disguise. You literally went through a detox, bro.
Pretty much.
Yep.
You legit went through it. It was as if you popped a detox pill or drank a tea. I got some detox tea on my counter right now. Yeah.
I was reborn, bro.
And then he says he's 91% just as we go off the air.
It was like
I had Taco Bell yesterday. It was delicious.
I had it last night. Two of
When's
those.
the last time you had it? Jacob, when's the last time you had it?
Probably 6 months ago.
Oh shit!
I boycotted.
Maybe that's why.
For like 10 years.
I'll be back when you guys take over.
Hang on. Hey, JJ, when's the last time you had Taco Bell, and did you put ketchup on it?
I don't like Taco Bell at all. I haven't had it in ever.
Okay.
Well, actually, one time I don't like Taco Bell. I hate it.
Part of me is just because I'm trying to watch the damn diet. You know, it just
sounds like
I'm trying to watch it.
It just sounds like bubblegum.
I just love that grilled cheese steak burrito.
Like it is.
It's so good.
It is.
No, the best thing is if you order online, you can customize whatever. So you can throw like subtract whatever, add whatever.
Hey, did y'all see
my? No, it's kind of like the show tonight. Subtract whatever, add whatever.
Yeah. 100%. Hey, Dom, did you see Mafi's Facebook post when they brought back the Mexican pizza and it cleaned him out too?
The Mexican pizza don't taste the same.
Hype, and then he was like, "Never again."
Yeah. Jeremy, yeah, I agree. I don't remember. Don't get me wrong, like it was okay, but it wasn't like when I had it back then.
It was better before, but it's not as good now. I don't know what it is.
Pizza. I was super hyped. Like,
don't look now. But
year,
the
like,
Tigers might win their fourth game tonight.
The Enchilito.
How's Baez doing?
Oh God! Don't even get me started.
Well, he was 4 for 40 with a single Then he got a double. Then he forgot how many outs there were. And got
doubled off.
On a fly ball, and Jim Price was like, what is he doing?
Well, it's 65-63 Miami right now over the Bulls in the third quarter.
Okay, so
112 left in the third quarter, 65-63, so we got 1998.
Since we're on the topic of food. Oh, go ahead, JJ. Go ahead, man.
No, you go ahead, G. It's okay. You go ahead.
No, you go ahead, JoJo.
Yeah, we go, man.
No, you said on the topic of food. What are you talking about? On the topic of food.
All right, around the panel. Name a food.
4-1 at Frisco.
Name a food that smelled bad but actually tasted good.
Please.
Here's one. Here's one.
Please.
Beef jerky.
Beef jerky does not smell very good. You're right. Why is beef jerky so fucking expensive?
I don't know.
Anybody?
I said cabbage rolls.
Oh,
yeah.
You're a bigger man than me. I
can't think of anything.
Anyway, you fucking pervs and sexual deviants are going to take this completely the wrong way, but
all right.
I really love some chicken, bro.
You
really love it, bro. Like, it's so good for you.
What?
The smell. It will make your breath stink. But
what is it?
Tuna. It will make your breath.
Tuna is fucking disgusting.
You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish.
Stink, but it will fill you up.
Hey, if you have a trout, bail out.
If I eat one tuna sandwich, I'm pretty much full for the whole day.
I love tuna. It's the only fish.
I eat any sort of,
I
portable flesh out of a can. No fish, no
No.
chicken, definitely no beef.
A fresh
You don't do
tuna
chunky
steak.
soup.
Tuna
Yes.
steak, that's a different
Dom, you
story.
clearly
Tuna
never
steak
been
is
through
good.
You never
Tuna's
been
good.
through the trenches, bro. Like, we all had a point in our life when we had to live off of like.
No, it wasn't too.
We had to live off of something.
Tyler said, "I thought you were going to say chitlins."
F you, Tyler. F you. Because I know what you would have said. Good and plenty.
Ramen noodles.
It's not. It's not even.
Ramen noodles.
It's not even. It's not even a struggle food. It's not even a struggle food. I actually got my aunt gave me tuna for my birthday when I was like 4 because I love tuna so much. It's not even a struggle food.
Tuna for your birthday. Your mom didn't love you.
No, because I love.
No. She put a candle on top of the can. She put a candle on top of the can.
I love tuna. I love tuna so much. I love tuna so much. I love it. I actually eat it even if I wasn't struggling. It's that good to me, and it's healthy for you, and it's good.
Just a nice fat, fresh tuna steak grilled.
About that thick.
About a good inch and a half thick, with some lemon, pepper, and a little garlic.
Tuna slider before. Pause. Tuna slider. Pause.
You know what? We haven't heard from Capitan down here. What's your food of choice, man?
My food of choice,
or food that smells bad that tastes good, because that was the current topic.
Oh yes, because I'm Italian food aficionado, and I like the Italian food, like the pasta and the pizza. But also, I'm from South America, and the best food that I got when I was in my country, Venezuela, is the empanadas. It's just like a puff pastry. That was a good choice. Empanadas. They have some meat. They have some black beans. Also, they have from cheese, ham. Also, they can put like shredded chicken. That was. Empanadas, I can guarantee you that empanadas is so.
They're basically what Hot Pockets wishes they were.
Right. Or they are a better choice of pasty.
You know what? He's got me convinced. I'm going to join the Passport Bros. I'm going to fly to Brazil. I'm going to get me a big booty Brazilian bitch that can cook all that shit. Everything he just said.
I can introduce you to one.
Tatum, what are you eating?
She's here in the States.
I got Popeyes, bro.
It made her come back. Wait,
hey. Get Popeyes. I got.
Did you?
Hey, and it didn't take a big booty bitch to get it either.
Right. hey, James, did you have the strawberry biscuit from there yet? I haven't
tried it yet. I really
haven't tried it yet.
I think I think Popeyes' most selling day is in Japan on New Year's Eve. I think they sold out, like in terms
Strawberry
of Popeyes.
biscuit.
It's a biscuit that has like strawberries on it, bro.
There's a chicken place up here. Regular biscuits, and they're the best biscuits I ever had. And they had blueberry ones. But like during COVID, the blueberry ones went away, and then they changed the whole biscuit recipe. And I went in there and I saw no blueberry. And then even the regular.
Uh-oh. Walmart internet strikes again.
Out because I was so mad.
Yo, my first job.
Dom got that fucking Nelson Aguilar reception. That shit.
As you call it, Jacob. Yo, my first job was McDonald's, and I remember the holiday season. I ate the fuck out of them. So y'all remember when they replaced the apple pies with the custard filled pies?
Yeah.
Man, that was my joint. I cleaned it whole cash out.
I worked at McDonald's different times.
Dom, you froze, and it looked like you were deep throating whatever you were eating.
Oh man,
he did it again, bro.
Yeah, there he is again.
I remember my first job at McDonald's. That was in May 2018.
Flappy lady.
And every day that I was doing at work, because I was cleaning, I was doing like stocking. Yeah, that was my first job at McDonald's, because that was on 2 months. And over those 2 months, they gave me a lunch. They gave me like hamburger, nuggets, everything. I mean, all for free.
Yeah, exactly. Tyler, my first job was KFC. I was the only white dude there. Yeah, you definitely was in Southside Chicago. Actually,
oh my God.
Yo, around the panel, what was y'all's first job and at what age?
Okay. I'll give you partial. First job was actually working for my dad for 3 summers, but the first job that didn't take lunchtime and the fake check was McDonald's. 3 different times.
My first job I got through co-op in my marketing class, and I worked as a warehouse distributor for Imperial Sports.
Oh,
that
man.
was a statewide sports store.
How'd you land that one?
I went in there with when you go in for the interview, you're not only interviewing with the company, your teacher from the marketing class goes in with you and grades you.
Right beside you. Yep. I kind of figured.
I landed it because I talked about sports.
Did you wear your Lions jersey there?
No, at the time I was a bench warmer for the baseball team, and our school bought the uniforms from there, so I wore my baseball jersey.
JJ, what was your first job?
Crazy.
So my first job, as in I worked scorekeeper for City of Rec League basketball games. So my first paying job was working at Kmart, and I probably to this day have job abandonment because when my uncle died, I just walked out, didn't care, and just yeah. So first job really was Kmart.
Was it? Did you have good coworkers? Was it like a good working environment? Did you have a little fun, or was it?
Everything was not where they were supposed to be. That was the most annoying thing I ever had. Like you're like, it's on sale for $5.99. Well, it's in the $10.99 section, and I'd be looking like, what are we supposed to do? Like y'all get mad at me as if I knew where that stuff was going. But my coworkers, they were lazy. Everybody.
Okay, let's do it. What's our worst job? What's our worst job ever?
Wait, I didn't get to tell my story yet.
Yeah, James.
So my first job, I didn't get a job until I was 18. I was going to junior college. I went there for 2 years. I got a 2-year degree, and then I transferred to Temple. But
no transfer.
It's part of it's very smart to do this, by the way. If you go to like a junior college and get a 2-year degree,
saves a fuck ton of money.
You're basically going to take all the same classes you would take at the university, but it's going to be like much cheaper. Which is the main reason I did it.
Quarter of the price.
Anyway, I'm getting all
or less.
Subject. So when you go to college, if you qualify for financial aid,
Thanks, Mom.
you can also qualify for something that's called the Federal Work Study Program, and it's where you can get a job that's on your college campus. So that's what I did. I got hired as a librarian assistant. and I
What?
I was so bad. I was so bad that I started the job in like August. So I got fired in February. And the next year, or not even the next year, but like a few months or whenever the next fall semester started, I applied for another job. Working for the basketball team. So I did all kinds of shit. I was like the team manager for the team. But before I got approved to get hired, I had to have a meeting with like the vice president of the school. And she was like, you know, you were like really trash at your other job. And I was like, yeah, I know. And she was like, okay, so why should we hire you for this job? And I was just like, bro, like it's a library. Like I'm walking around. I'm printing fucking documents out, and like they told me to take all the books. Oh, make sure that all the books in the fiction section are all straight and stuff. Like, do you know how much fucking time that takes?
Getting started.
That's like torture. You're just organizing the books.
You.
And I was just like, listen, bro, like working for the basketball team is gonna be way better for me. I love sports. I want to have a career in sports. You know, I have.
Did you have a sweater vest?
I played high school
or the
sports.
tweed jacket with the suede patches on the elbow.
And then she was just like, all right, we're gonna give you a chance, but you better not be trash. And I wasn't. I was really good at my other job.
Can we do an extra show like this every week?
Maybe we could retell this story as like a non-sports topic on like an.
But I'll give you, since I got to go and do my show soon, I will give you the worst job I ever had, and it was prior to my first real paying job. It was working the farm, cleaning out the horse stalls for my aunt and uncle. There was 6 of them, and the manure pile was like 100 yards away. Do that shit with a foot of snow, people.
So you were literal. So you were a literal shit shoveler.
I was a literal shit slinger.
You do that now. You do that now.
I sling shit better than I ever did with a shovel.
The worst is a tie. I shucked corn for a summer and was terrible at it, and then I also did Party City for 1 month. And I mean, you talk about management the management was literally the Matt Nagy of management. They literally had no clue what anybody is supposed to do there. I would give me one job, then change their mind 5 minutes later, put you on a ladder to get you down. At the end of that month, they paid me in a gift card.
Wow,
yes,
that's fucking terrible.
Yeah, they paid me like $150 in a gift card, and I'm like, bye.
Wow.
Real quick in the comments, Bacon Grizzler, my first job was Burger King, absolutely hated it, and actually got fired for something someone else did. Now I see how you came up with your screen name.
Wait, Grizz, tell us the reason you got fired. I'm interested to know about that.
Well, guys, it's been real. I got to head out.
I'm out too.
Thanks,
I got to get some food.
Thanks for showing up, man.
See y'all later.
Looking forward to being on next week.
Have a good one, man.
AJ, what was your worst job?
I'm sorry.
Oh, man, the worst
JJ,
what was your worst job that you had ever?
Oh, I thought that telemarketing agency, because I was trash and they were starting to. I hated telemarketing. I remember one time we were a telemarketing company and we were calling trying to get people to get merchant services with us, and we had a call list, and one of my callers just said Denver Broncos John Elway, and I was just like, y'all really expect me to call this organization and try to sell them credit card machine processing? They're like, yeah, I don't like cold calling at all. I hated it. I was in Arizona. I was 21. It was the worst job I ever had in my life. I hated it.
Wow.
And Capitan, what about you, man?
Florida. I had like 3 or 4 different marketing jobs.
You made the worst job that I got it.
Yeah, worst job, man.
The worst job that I got it was at the airport. that was between 1 year when the pandemic just got hit on 2020. That was the worst. That was the worst job that I got it, because I had to deal with passenger assistance. I had to go to like the checkpoint about it, of course. And there was one day that I almost,
what are you doing?
almost cannot breathe at all, because I was working at because I had I have two passenger assistants, and I had to go to move fast to the gate. And then there was one day I couldn't have my breathe because I couldn't even eat anyone. And the most, and one of the worst things that I got it at the airport, it's like you had to do like really fast, because you had to go to wear shoes, and of course they had the uniform, the tights. But yes, that was really the worst.
Wow.
Tyler says his worst job was when he worked at Pet Supplies Plus, and they told him to put water inside of the scorpion tank, and he said he quit his job on the.
I could just see that playing out. You want me to
Tyler,
watch?
the next time you do an actual episode, you need to tell us that story. So I want to hear it from. I really want to hear this story.
Hold on a second. What?
Okay, Grizz said this story about why he got fired at Burger King. What happened was one of my coworkers started a fight with me, and he broke a window by pushing me into it from behind when I wasn't looking, so we both got fired. Wow, that's really good.
Me while I was cleaning the fucking window. Wow. That's that. Dom, what about
a couple
you?
years ago,
Check the cameras.
I was coming back from the city on the Burger King tip. I was coming back from the city, and I'm like, if I don't stop somewhere to piss, I'm going to piss my pants. So I stopped at this Burger King, like ran in there to take a piss, like pause, because there's a fist fight between customers. Then an employee like jumps over the counter, and it's just a fucking melee. Worst job? God, there's so many. I can't even pick one.
Yeah, this is a difficult
I don't know.
question.
Pass.
Pass. Easily the worst.
Old. I bet you I've had more than 30. I bet you I've had close to 40 W's in my 42 minus 15. Whatever that is, 40 W-2s in my working years, I promise.
Been all over the place. Easily the worst job I ever had was when I was a CO. Like that was just horrible. And it wasn't so much you know what? It's funny whenever you talk to somebody who's like worked there before you actually start working there, before you go to the academy, they'll tell you, if it gets to the point where you actually respect the inmates more than the people you work with, it's probably time to leave. And it's not sitting there saying, oh, well, you're doing special favors for them or anything like that. It's that on the CO side of the fence, it's so political and crooked. Like they do stuff like worse than the inmates at times. You know what I mean? Whereas, you got these dudes that serving time, and for the very most part, they want to be left alone. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I was getting into it more with people that I work with than the actual inmates, and I was like, man, it's time to roll. But, yeah, that's easily the worst job I ever had. That's a state job, too, on paper, great benefits and whatnot. But I would say this much. The job itself is easy. You're a glorified babysitter. But, to anyone watching, if you ever somehow want to become a CO, do it at the federal level. You got way better benefits, and state pens are fucking trash. They're unclean. They're unkempt. It's a big roach and rat motel. The federal facilities are actually a little bit cleaner, so there's that. And you get way better benefits also. So on paper, it's not a bad job, but it's real political, especially if you go and work at a state pen.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Oh, shit, it's my turn.
Yep.
Man, this is hard because I've had some shitty ass jobs.
You sure it wasn't the library assistant?
I wouldn't say it was. I mean, that job might have been the most boring, but it probably wasn't like the overall worst.
About to do my night job.
No, tequila and lemonade. I can already tell. Calypso,
You saw it, huh? You seen it, huh?
Oh, wait, hang on. All right, it's right there. It's right next to me. I'm looking around
Damn,
for my
dude,
shit.
I would
It's right
have
there.
to say it. Probably when I worked I was a produce
Coconut.
clerk at a grocery store.
Let's get it.
And the reason
all
why I
they
just
had.
hated this job so much was because these fucking idiots would, and by people I'm talking about are the customers. I was not trained at any section of the entire store except for the produce section. And my job was to go to the back and bring more produce out basically the whole time. So they didn't train me about none of this other shit. They didn't show me the rest of the store to know where everything is. They were just like, do your job and, it's whatever. So the training sucked. The management sucked. Communication was terrible. The pay was terrible. They cut my hours, that's the reason I ended up quitting my job, because I got no respect, even though I was one of their most reliable employees. And I never called out the entire time I was there. I had perfect attendance. And I just hated these fucking idiotic customers that would either ask me the most dumbest ass questions about, do you guys have any fucking bananas? And I'm like, ma'am, do you not see this big fucking ginormous thing of bananas that's big and yellow when you first walk in the door, you fucking dumb bitch?
Yeah.
And like shit like that, like customers just always ask the most stupid fucking questions. And I'm just bro, do you not have any common sense?
You work in food or retail
with 1800?
I just hate people
that's
that
too
are
rich for my blood.
For no
1800,
reason.
like that's shooting tequila.
Yeah, James,
like
is like you have a taste of Cuervo's trash. But yeah, when you work in like food or retail, you see when the idiots really come outside. It's like really you just like like you asked me that and there it is right there. I will say probably one of the funnest jobs I had was when I was a bouncer. And I know some of y'all already know, but yeah, that was like an easy, $100-$120 a night. And literally you break up the occasional fight and you get to watch all this ass shaking all night. I was hit on, I was danced on. Like it was fun. It was fun. So like, yeah. Actually lived the bouncer life at one point. 3 years.
So now we're doing our most fun job.
See.
Basketball team manager, bro. I'm telling you, that job was not even like, it didn't really feel like a job because the coach was so fucking cool, and he ended up becoming like, it was like I was working for my friend. It was just like I was hanging out with my friend the whole time.
Yeah.
Like we used to hang out, we used to just do whatever. And I would just work at practice and help with the drills and shit, and then do the scoreboard and the cameras for the games. So it was just like I was just having fun and being fucking paid for it. And the coach was like my homie. And he still is, by the way. So yeah, this shit was awesome.
Hell yeah. What about you, JJ? Funnest job you ever had?
I'm an animal lover, so when I was a receptionist at an animal hospital, at the vet, that was the most fun job ever because I was taking care of clients, and I got to play with the animals all the time. I remember I learned a lesson about how to approach cats from the one team member that was training me, because when I was trying to touch this cat kept always hissing at me. She kept, just scaring. She was one of those cats that looks like always the evil cat that you see in the Cats vs. Dogs movie. Mm-hmm. And the girl told me, she said, you can't be afraid. She's like, that thing since you're nervous. So watch me. She put her hand right there. I was like, are you serious? So afterwards, when I did it and the cat just responded, I was just doing it the whole day. But it was rewarding, but it was also life opening because I actually saw the dog's life and the cat's life leave its life because I was there witnessing it euthanized. And so it was like seeing something breathe and all of a sudden just stop. And it doesn't move. And then I actually had to pick up the dog and take it to the freezer. It was just like, wow, okay. But at the same time, it was rewarding.
Yeah.
We had a rescue dog. And I remember we had to walk the dogs and everything. And we had this big old pit, this rescue dog. And as soon as she walked outside, I just bent over to pick up like some trash that was outside. and she curled right under me and just didn't want to leave. And I felt like, I was like, wow, I want to take this home. But she felt like I was one person she wanted to be around. And I love that animal hospital. I love them dogs. I still got pictures of those animals when I took pictures, because I was always taking pictures with the dog. I mean, I can't be around dogs and not take pictures with them. But that was the best job.
Yeah.
That was the most fun job.
That was a really fulfilling job too, from the way it sounds. But it's great. What about you, Dom?
I'm gonna say soccer, right? But that's when I was like 12, 13, 14. It was the most fun because, like, if you can go and make money and a bunch of money on the weekends, like I would referee soccer games from 8 a.m. until the sun went down, Saturday and Sunday. And like that buys a lot of fucking candy and baseball cards. And all you have to do is run around and, yell at little kids and blow your whistle and keep time and watch soccer games. Super fun.
Nice.
Super
what about you, Captain?
My brother is 47. He still does that now, like as an extra job. It pays. Like you referee adult soccer games, it's like $40 an hour. So you go. I mean, it's like being an umpire. Like that shit pays good. You go and do a couple weeknights, referee or ump 2 games. It's an extra like $80 for 3 hours of work.
Yeah.
What about you, Captain?
Okay, so the fun job that I was getting, it was like a part-time doing the warehouse. So I had to go to the flexibility of the schedule. So I had to go to pick and pack some food, and of course, and because that was the most important thing that I was know. Because after doing the worst job that I got on the airport, I was applying for the part-time like warehouse in Stayville, like doing part-time because I was focusing on job. I was focusing about the online courses that I got, and of course the part-time that I was getting on the warehouse.
Okay, sweet. Was it pretty decent pay, or?
Was it?
Was it pretty decent pay, or what?
I think he.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
All right then. Well, y'all, I'm gonna bounce off here. I'm gonna watch the game.
All right, boys. I guess might as well shut it down here. Thank you guys, everybody. 100 episodes.
I have some things to attend to.
I'm gonna give a golf clap for that. Thank you to everybody here that's been a part of it. Thank you to the original 4 Horsemen, which included Tyler, of course, and thank you to JJ, who joined us later on in the journey. And thank you to all the people that's been a part of the show, that's been on the show, whether you've been here one time or however many times, man. You guys are all part of something special. So
thank you, Jeremy,
let's just keep this thing going,
Jacob,
baby.
Jordan,
That's all I got to
everyone
say.
that came on.
That's all I have to say, man. All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right, guys. We'll see you.
All right.
Have a good one.